Libra, welcome back for your 2019 reading. Those of you who are new, a very warm welcome. And the return be crew, welcome back guys, Happy New Year. Okay, if you're needing a booking, the link is below, and the new channel, yes, has been launched for the Twin Flame Journey. I'm a psychic medium, and the booking page is the same for both channels. On both channels I will be live, and on Yildiz readings it will be for the astrology, the psychic downloads I get for any changes within the Zodiac signs. I may get to a stage where I do more videos than what I have already created. That's going to be for Yildiz readings. It's going to be general and love for the beginning and the middle of the month now, and they will increase in time frame. I also will be during the year opening Vimeo and really tuning deeply into the romantic aspect of things. 2018 was a very transformative year, especially for Libras. Now again, if you are wanting a booking, the link is below and it takes you straight through the process. On the first page, scroll down and you can pick a time, a date, a style, and it takes you directly through to checkout, and you'll get a notification of the time. Now, be mindful that moving to the 6th, we do have a partial lunar eclipse, and we're going to be in blood moon energy this month, and then we have a total lunar eclipse on the 20th. As for the rest of the aspects of astrology, I will do it in a live session so we can actually have a chat about what is coming through for you guys. Now, Librans are going through a massive transformation. They did in 2018. Really, when you look at 2018, it was like the emergency board, and 2019 is the putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, so to speak. Librans had been doing that all year. Many Scorpions as well. So if you do have a placement in Scorpio or Libra, yes, that had been quite a transformative state in your romantic sphere, in the way you perceive connections. And that definitely is very much changing for you guys. There's also the aspect this year that you're going to have to find a great deal of balance when it comes to your work life, your love life. Now, love will be very different because you are now very different. The way you handle it and receive and give is incredibly different. Providing you've done the work and you have the healthy boundaries, I feel things will transform, but I am seeing for many it is moving towards March. Now, in any general area of life, when we move into a new year, it's very common to really be gaining our bearings in our romantic sphere, our financial sphere, and in general. This feels like a very different energy due to 2018 transits. So the way we're going to be dealing with it is almost like the new year theoretically is in March, and that's when a lot of very large transformations are coming through. So bear with me through this process. Be mindful of that fact. If you get trigger points, obviously join our updates for the Twin Flame channel, and you can get that love and support there from a Twin Flame who's psychic, or you can also book a reading or join the astrology aspect at Yildiz readings. Now, the first card you've got, the Spirals of Manifestation. And I feel you're having a realization of the power you directly have in connections. You're wanting to use it in a more balanced format, but you're also not wanting to have the dynamic of manipulation and connections. You really want it to be, if you wish to proceed towards me, proceed, but proceed with caution. It's just a very relaxed energy. Although January may not feel relaxed, okay? It can be quite an agitated time, quite a fast-paced time. I was predicting that around the middle of December to the middle of January, there were a lot of turning and tipping points and connections. I do feel there's an ending to something, but it's an ending of a cycle and a new beginning with somebody who was from the past. There is going to be an energy coming through between the two of you of a renewal to the next level. You were in the fear-based frequency of not sure about what you do desire, really psychoanalyzing yourselves. Now, if this was a spiritual connection and you had a break, you may have come to a place at a spiritual level you wondered what the frequency was, perhaps couldn't tune into their energies, and really were trying to tune into yourself and gain your bearings. Those of you who are in a connection, you know, are really in that manifestation mode and go, okay, what exactly is it I do want from here? Now that I am in 2019, where to from here? I am seeing a lot of moon and sun energy. So again, it will come down to the astrology for you, but it is again an aspect of a manifestation. And I do feel a lot of what's coming, you had already well and truly predicted. You had already well and truly felt and sensed and vibed into that frequency. You won't need the communication. You have a deep inner knowing of what is coming and you're preparing for it. It's almost like making a wish, knowing what part you have power in your hand as she cups the sun in her hand and the light. Also seeing the bigger picture of the world from a different perspective, magnifying glass slash, you know, the darker aspects, the brighter aspects and the external aspects as well as the internal. Really looking at the whole situation. I'm hearing he loves me not scenario. She loves me not scenario. Really using the time to get grounded in the first week. Moving into the second week I feel it changes. The first week I feel hope will be returning. And maybe a connection will move to the deeper level, but this will be more in the aspect of seeing the bigger picture of who you would commit to, who you want to take that to the next level with. Now, I am feeling for a lot of you, in the second week, you might be feeling like, hey, you know, your downloads, your intuition, you're feeling in the connection, you know, if you're coupled, you are gauging it, but it might be quite a fast-paced frequency I'm seeing. Some of the process is tying up where it's ending and a judgment is going to be made. There is abundance in this situation as well as there's going to be gifts. So it's like we're reaping what we're sowing, but the patience, the tolerance, the transformation, all of that is bringing something directly to you. Some of you who felt this was a spiritual connection, you might be really meditating upon what it is, but it's not. It's more you're looking at it from a very 3D perspective. It's like where in the past you were seeing, you know, your soul can see the deep connection. Now in your life, in connections and in the love you choose, you're choosing a more mature approach at a 3D level. You're choosing a more open approach where what needs to end has to end, and that can be an actual cycle, a state of being. I do feel an energy of a female figure that passed over protecting and guiding you. This can be a grandparent or someone connected. Again, I'm seeing a cross, but it's a cycle ending and guardians protecting you. Some of you may have lost someone if you're a male energy. This could have even been a partner and moving forward in life for those of you who that's relevant. But there is messages from beyond and within the 3D. And I do feel it's a very transformative state for the frequency. I'm hearing currency as well, like you're looking at the value of yourself now, of what you lost but what you've actually gained, of where people were mature, where people weren't, of love offers that come towards you for those of you who are single, and which path you're going to travel down. I don't feel you're going to make any major decisions, although there will be revelations, communication and clarity. This is what's going to cause like healing, but the communication is going to be from someone who was perhaps hurt by the situation on your side or their side, and I feel reflection back on that state and not wanting to repeat misfortunate events, really wanting to see that this person has transformed if you choose to entertain them again, if they're a past tense person, if they're coming in with an abundance, and I feel you're going to have a visit from them. Love and light, see you mid-month.